Welcome back. It is now time for Legal Live. I have Tom Winslow from Goldfinch Winslow here, and this is where we get to talk about some of the things in the legal world that happened in this week. Something happened with the SCOTUS.
Yes, it did.
And people, I'm up on my legal terms. That would be the Supreme Court of the United States making a ruling for the NCAA and the players.
That's right. They got all kinds of important things coming out right now, but the one that just came out was on the NCAA. It can be such a fascinating topic for a lot of different reasons. But the Supreme Court decided that basically the NCAA is a monopoly, right? So it was based on antitrust law, which is such an interesting perspective on it. And if you think about it, it's probably true, right? The only way you can take care of these athletes is going through the NCAA. There's no competing company that does that.
Right.
And therefore the Supreme Court said, we got to break that up. That you can't be doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and because for a long time there's been conversations, should athletes be paid on the college level because they're responsible with their popularity and the sports that they play for bringing in millions of dollars into these schools. Now, this ruling didn't say that they get to be paid so much as there can be unlimited educational funding funneled to them.
Well, see, I love this because for me personally, I look at the perspective of, you know what, as an adult, these kids are adults, they should be allowed to do what they want to do. Well, they can't go to the pros, but that's the pros saying they can't go. So they're forced into this, they're kind of pigeonholed into this NCAA concept unless they want to go overseas. And basically the Supreme Court said, you know what, we're going to let the schools decide how to properly compensate their athletes. Could have a lot of ramifications based on what schools can afford and not afford. However, they said this group, the NCAA, can't make that decision. We're going to give that power to the schools to allow them to do what they need to do with their students.
Yeah, because a lot on the line here for these students is just their likeness, which does get used in promoting some of these colleges, and it's used in video games. There's all kinds of things that can happen from this. So what would be the next step? Just each college, or just on the state level figuring this out?
Well, that's going to be such an interesting concept because what good is the NCAA now, right? What do they do other than host tournaments at this point?
Right.
So now each college has been given the authority to kind of make up their own minds of what to do.
Interesting.
Now, what does that mean? Boosters, payments, benefits? We'll find that out.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of schools are bigger than others, so they might have a leg up here. This is definitely going to be interesting as this continues to unfold. So in other legal matters besides this, if you've got a problem, how do people get in contact with you so you can help them out?
Absolutely. Just give us a call, 843-357-9301, or look us up, goldfinchwinslow.com.